Hey Argus.
Mm-hmm.
So, how fare the Nine Realms?
How many times have I told you I am not Heimdall?
You totally are Heimdall.
You're becoming as annoying as Red.
Yeah, never as annoying as Red. Coffee?
No, thank you. It's already hot enough as it is.
The mask of the month for May is Greek mythology's Argus Panoptes. Omniscience is a skill that many gods boast. Janus of Roman mythology with his front and rear faces, Odin of Norse mythology with his ravens and runes, and of course the Christian god. Rarely do non-gods possess such a top-tier god power. Argus was one such rarity. The many-eyed giant was a servant of Hera's, charged to watch over one of Zeus's many mistresses, the literal cow, Io. He was eventually slain by Hermes, but his eyes would live on through the tail feathers of the peacock. In one iteration of his description, he only had 4 eyes, which was how I originally imagined Argus when I first heard of him. But discovering other interpretations of him on ancient Greek art or on more modern interpretations, I became more attracted to the 100 Eyes version of Argus. The idea of making a mask inspired by Argus came to me when I was looking through my artwork and finding a 2017 illustration of the very giant. Back then, I drew him for the sheer pleasure of interpreting a creature of unusual physical features. It was fun trying to fit as many eyes on its head as possible. And I thought it might be just as fun as an experience if I were to make a mask out of him. During the planning stages of the mask, I had 2 final designs to choose from. One was of a more elegant concept with a smooth surface and a symmetrical design with peacock colors. And the other was more flesh-like and with less concern for an even distribution of the eyes. The latter won me over simply because it felt more appropriate for Argus to appear that way, although in hindsight, the former might have been easier to execute. But we're not here for what's easy. It being May, the supposed dry season of the country, I thought it might be a good idea to try and use papier-mâché for the mask this time, instead of the medium for all seasons cold porcelain. However, the weather gods decided to mess with established patterns and push the rainy season a month earlier than anticipated. There were still moments in the morning where the sun shone, but every afternoon was wet for a couple of hours and just cold and damp for the rest of the time until the next day. This made it a challenge to make a mask as large and as many layered as Argus was. It was, in fact, in terms of surface area, the largest mask I have made so far. It was properly dry a day before I filmed the opening scene, but I wouldn't be surprised if it still had some dampness left unevaporated. Another reason I decided to go with papier-mâché was that I thought it would save up on glue. I'm not sure if that assumption was true or not, because I still ended up using a lot of glue for this project. The final hurdle before I decided that Argus was finished was the dilemma of whether or not I should add irises to the eyeballs. They look intense enough as it is, but I wondered if irises would enhance it. In the end though, I went with the blank white eyes. I just felt like adding irises that look on various directions would look too cookie for Argus, which may look fine on sketches but aren't as effective on a mask. In the end, the result is a mask that closely resembles a Silent Hill monster, and I am eternally proud of it. If creation of these masks were not limited to a month, I would have had more time to create a shirt and gloves that also had eyes. So maybe that could be a project for the future. Anyway, that's it for this month's mask. What did you think of my creative decisions? What mask do you think I'll be doing in the following months? Give this video a thumbs up, comment below, and subscribe, and I'll be seeing you in the next video.